when I arrived at Georgia, it was like my life was like starting over. It was like one of the best feelings ever because for the longest time I wanted to get out of Pennsylvania. So I finally get out of Pennsylvania. I roll my truck up to this apartment complex near Fort Benning, Georgia, and I'm just like I felt like I was living a life. You know, brand new infantry officer, just graduated college. Started my infantry officer basic course, which was 17 weeks, and like 9 of those weeks were spent in and out of the field. So we were training, we were shooting weapons, we were learning, leadership development stuff, and it was fun. Like I built this really strong group of friends we'd be in and out of the field with, and I was there for like 16, 17 weeks. And immediately after finishing infantry officer basic course, I was sent to Ranger School. And Ranger School was where like it really started becoming like a humbling experience. Because it's a 61-day course. However, only like less than 50% of the people go straight through. You can recycle phases for whatever reason. And the date that I started Ranger School, it was considered the best Ranger course date. So essentially, if I would have recycled or failed any phase, there was a 6-week holdover before I could start that school over again. So it was like February 23rd, 2014. 2014. And I entered that school. I failed the first phase. So I have a 6-week holdover. So I'm at Fort Benning, Georgia for 6 weeks, not able to leave the school. So essentially, we're cleaning ponds, we're cleaning woods, like picking up, for example, they go, hey, hop on this boat, go in this pond right here, clean out all the algae. Hey, go in the woods right here. Any piece of wood that's bigger than a foot needs to be cleared out of this acre lot. Just kind of like bullshit stuff because they were preparing for this big event in Fort Benning, Georgia that happens every year. So the 6 weeks is over. I lose all this muscle. I'm not training. Enter the school again. I pass. I move on to the second phase, which is in mountain phase in Dahlonega, Georgia. Fail that phase. So I have to do that phase over again. At this point, I went to Ranger School weighing like 220 pounds probably. And after my second phase in mountains, I was probably down to like 170.
Wow.
Maybe lower. Like I remember coming in from the field and I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And I had to like stop, step back, and look at myself because it was all skin and bones. Because I mean, you're not really eating, you're not sleeping at all. You're walking up mountains all day and night. Then I pass that phase. I go to the last phase, Florida. Pass that straight through. And I have Ranger School stories for days because I was there for this is a 61-day course. I ended up being there for 145 something days.
Wow.
So I started in February, graduated in July, and that experience right there completely transformed my life.
Hey,